Hello and welcome. I am going to have a go today at the MEWC Brazil qualifier round. It's called Studying the 2025 Season. And I thought that that meant it was going to be sort of, redux, recap, whatever you call it, of kind of highlights from the cases of the Brazil season. But I'm looking at names down here that say things like Scarf List and Secret Codes and Emerald City. And I guess it's going to be a recap of the main MEWC season. But anyway, no more. Well, let's just see. Uh, yeah, I think this is just general chit chats or, well, never mind. I'm going to start my timer anyway. Our character Nico is back. He's taking part in every monthly world battle, but he needs your help because he's studying this season. Help him find the correct answers, instructions, 7 mini challenges, all independent. Okay, choose the section, blah, blah, blah. No bonus questions. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're not in Kansas anymore. For this level, refer to Worksheet L1, Emerald City. Emerald City was a long-lost masterpiece whose pieces have been rediscovered over the decades. A professional artist, was hired to recreate the missing section, but his color palette was somewhat limited. Using the artist's replica, count how many pixels were painted for each reference. Okay, sorry, I'm going to hide score. What? Oh, Uh, okay, so this is the replica. Got it. So I actually have a cool new macro for this that I've just been playing around with. So I'm going to copy that, and it's actually better than a macro. It's a robot command. And I'm going to say write colors from legend. Boom. Check that out. And then I'm just going to call it L1. So then total number. Okay, so just count a L1. 814, good. So then it's going to be count ifs. L1 is all of these things. Cool, done. L2, whodunit. For this level, consult the secret codes worksheet. So I'm just going to hide these as I go, I guess. For the cryptographic triage team, tasks, blah, blah, blah. 6 steps. Count how many spaces the code contains. Count how many unique characters the code contains. Count how many characters are repeated in the code. Okay, longest length. Okay, position. Okay, what on earth? Oh, good lord. Okay, fine. So we need, sorry, spaces, unique, repeated, longest, position, and anchor. Good lord. Okay, so code's row. Okay, well, let's just get the code. Index on here by all this stuff. No, hang on. Okay, no, it must be an absolute row number. Okay. Okay, so count awk. Oh, I haven't imported my lambdas. Let's try it now. Count awk. This by space. That's 3. Good. Then unique equals unique of letters of this, and then it's going to be, it said ignore spaces, so we're going to say minus that greater than 0. Ooh, what? Sorry. What? Oh, sorry. Rows of unique. Stupid. Okay. So then, sorry, what's the question? Repeated. Count how many characters are repeated in the code. Okay. So, well, the number that are not repeated is that, and minus that greater than 1. So then it should be, ooh, no, what? This number of, okay, this says I'm wrong. 6 steps, 6. How many characters repeat? Ignoring spaces, okay. Right, I can just substitute this space blank, then letters of that, then we'll say most of that, and then I see 3 characters repeated for a total count of 9. Neither of those is what it says. It says 6. What? This is not good. Not going well here. All right, let's length of the longest. Okay, so equals text split this by space. Do it that way. Then let A be that, and at sort by A minus len of A. Sorry, that's meant to be the length. Okay. So then this one is, I'll call that B, and then I want mid B starting from 2 len B minus 2. So we're cutting off the first and last, and then the length is just going to be len of that plus 2. So do we get 9 and do we get this madness? Sorry, no equals. Okay, good. Let's just check that's not in any other code, because that'll help to settle me on the row thing. Okay, good. So what else then? Sorry. Position of the longest word. If the first word is the longest, its position is 1. Okay, fine. So it's going to be so we're going to X match B against A. Position 3, yeah, so I agree with everything else, but repeated, I cannot see it. So let's just count how many characters are repeated in the code. Again, ignore spaces. Okay, so letters of that, LHD, F. So repeated characters, not including spaces. I get 9. I don't know what to say about that, but I do definitely get 9. And if I remove duplicates, I get 3. Okay, I don't really know what to do about that. Because you could interpret it as the 9 or the 3, but obviously there's no way to tell from here. Are repeated in the code. Yeah, so the whole thing is the code, yes. Alright, fine, I'm wasting time here, so let's just do something and get on. So let A be letters of substitute of this space blank. Then I want I guess I want to drop most of a, oops, there we go. Most of A, drop the first column. That gives me this, and then so minus this is greater than 1. That's the number of unique letters that are repeated. I don't know, is that what they're looking for? It's hard to tell. Anyway, text join all of that stuff by that. Moving on. I'm just wild about Harry. We need to leave the starting point and reach our destination. What is the minimum number of cells we will move? We move in any direction, but only across sand. Several different routes will require the same number of moves, so the task asks for the distance rather than the specific path. Okay, so I think this is just my maze thing. I'm going to leave that somewhere visible in case I come back to it later. Let's just do this. We're going to say, never mind, just do this. Then we're going to write code from legend. Write color from legend, yes. So I'm only interested in the 2's. So let's just check the example. So we're going to say maze, start is this, directions is arrow offset codes, all 8 of them, map is this, map valid is this equals 2. And then I want add to ref of this on that by reference to this. NA, oh dear, that's not good. Oh yeah, because you didn't point it to the right place. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. There we go, 5, good. Okay, so then just name this MP underscore 3. Where we go? Here. Okay, MP underscore 3. And then put that here. No, you didn't like that. Sorry, because I copied the exact formula. So that's the destination, that's the start. Okay, level 4, the formula bar and grill. This sheet is a reference table showing each item in its code. Okay, yes. Customers can order multiple units of the same item, 2 order 3 hot dogs and so on. They may also order waters at the beginning and then ask for waters again in the middle at the end. Or create the final order code based on what appears in each order. If an order contains 12 an item or fewer, simply repeat the item's code for each unit. If it contains 13 items or more, write the quantity followed by the item's code. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I wrote a nice regex for this when I thought Jack and Eric and Giles and I were going to speed run it, but let's see if I can remember it. So I've got reg pattern of these guys. Then 2 ham and cheese, 2 pizzas, 3 sodas. Okay, so I think what I want is a non-space. Is that a non-space? God, I'm rusty on my regex. Any number of non-spaces followed by a space. I think I can write like that. Followed by this. And then let's see if I can do that. So if I say regex 2D of this target and this pattern, well that, no, it totally doesn't work. Okay, let's just do, I want either a digit or, to do it like that, I really don't remember. Okay, that seems to be, no, not quite. Oh yeah, sorry, this also needs to be in brackets. There we go, boom, yes, totally worked. Except, let's see, I just want to see if any of these has a plural that, like, fry is not contained in fries, which was a wobble with formula bar and grill, but I think all of these would just get an S. In which case, I think this will work. So let orders be that, then CNT can be if error minus minus take word first column, then 1, because A means 1. CD will be XLOOKUP take word last column in, I should have done VLOOKUP, in here, lock returning from here, lock. Then I'm going to concat map CNT CD lambda AB if A is greater than or equal to 13 randomly, then A and B, otherwise rept B A times. Okay, If that worked first time, I'll be very happy with myself. And it did! Whoa, amazing. All right, so put that in there. Sorry, I gotta lock something. Yes, I gotta lock this, my pattern. Right. Just find me something with 13. So I can check. No, there are no 13s. Of course there aren't. 14. No. 15. No. 16. No. Okay. What? I'm so confused. What? If an order contains 12 items. Okay, wait. What? Oh, got it, got it, got it. If the order is 13. Okay. Jeez. Confusing. All right. Okay. So if sum CNT is greater than or equal to 13, so I guess, yeah, I just want that here, right? Okay, there we go. So 2 and 2 is 4 and 3 is 7, 10, 11, 14. Yes, okay. I think that's now what's wanted. That could really do with another example, but fine. Moving on. Bit of music. For this level, we'll work with binary numbers and text manipulation. Each decimal audio signal has an equivalent binary number. Here we are, sorry. Okay. Once we determine the binary form, we must examine consecutive segments of length n and convert each segment back to decimal. Okay. So first things first, can we do dec to bin, or are some of these too big? I think it goes up to 512, and we're good. Okay. Afterwards, sum all the decimal values from the first direction, sum all the decimal values, take the absolute difference. Okay. So, equals mid this start num can be sequence len of this minus this plus 1, I think, starting from 1, and that's the length. No, you didn't like that. What? Oh, sorry, what? Then, what did I do here? Then of that minus this plus 1. There we go. Okay, so 2 consecutive things, fine. Then we're going to sum of dec. Wait, what? What are we doing? We're converting them back to decimal, right? Yes, fine. So sum of into dec of that is 14, and then onto the same thing, but we're going to start at this. What is that? I'm so confused. Never mind. Yeah, I think that's right. No, that gives 0. That's not good. Oh, sorry. Hang on. No, you're going the wrong way around. Okay. So then let's flip of letters of this, and then cut it back together. I should really make flip work with a single string, but for now it doesn't. That's fine. What? Sorry. Yeah, so this points over to here, and then I just want abs of this minus this. Happy days. Okay, next, collecting scarves. For this level, work with the scarf list. Yes. Must produce themed scarves for 3 cities. First, we determine the colors that make up each city's scarf so we can buy the materials. Depending on the overall quantity of elements and the per color quantity, we receive discounts according to the table on the next sheet. Okay, so from 1, from 4, from 7, from 10, from, okay. Table next to the sheet. The cost of each scarf equals the final discounted cost of its colors. Okay, so what are we doing? Okay, then we're going to XLOOKUP this in here, returning from here. And I think we're going to concat those, and then I think we're going to take the letters of that. Okay, and then I think we're going to take most of that. Okay, so then this is let order be all of that stuff. Then cost will be XLOOKUP. Take from order first column in here, lock, turning from here, lock, times 1 minus XLOOKUP, take from order the last column in here, lock, ugh, hate that, returning from the next column with exact match our next smaller item. Have I indeed entered too few arguments for what function? Oh, right, that's cost. So I guess I want to return sum of cost. I think. 51, no. What? Other present are blah, the fixed quantities are blah, based on these discounts are blah. Applying these discounts yields cost. Oh, wait a second. No, hang on. What? Okay. So hang on, let's just do cost and discount separately first of all. Control X. Disk. Be that. And then sum of cost times disk. But first, let's just look at each stack cost disk. What? What? Do you have a bloody problem with that? Missing a comment point. All right. Oh, sorry. Right, I didn't multiply with the quantity, did I? That would help. That would help. Okay. Stupid. So sum of cost times disk times, and then we round up. Round up, yes. Okay. Round up this to 0 decimal places. Oh, you didn't like that. What? Probably I didn't lock anything. So that's fine. This needs to be locked. This needs to be locked. Those are already locked. Okay. All right. Level 7. Lost instructions. Since we lack the original instructions, let's focus on what each player answered. From all the challenges, consider only the questions that match the given criterion and operation. What? Only 25 valid questions for each player. Okay. Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, that is excellent. All right, I think I can do this. Let's go flatten. Condition is going to be left that PL8YER6 equals player. And first we'll do that. Then we'll do row column that. Okay, and then we'll either do to the right, which is 1, or we'll do down, which is M. So equals RC ref to ref of this plus this on all of this. Okay. So then equals sequence of 20 questions, right? Oh, no, 140 questions. Cool. So equals sequence, comma 140 equals this plus xlookup 100 in here, turning from here, lock exact match next smaller item times this, and then rc ref to ref of all of that on a range that I will need to expand, won't I? Alright, so go. I don't know if referring to a range including itself will create a circularity. No, it seems to be fine with that. Okay. Alright, so those are the answers. So I guess let's do this. What are we trying to say? 25 valid questions for each player. Each answer. Okay, so the average of greater than 115. No, I get an average of 51.7. What? Shit. This says 40. What? Yeah, no, I definitely get 51.7. 25 valid questions. Yes. That gives me 49.2. What? Each player's answers. What? Are we double applying average? No, even that wouldn't. What? I'm very confused. There are 15 players? Yes. Okay. So what the heck's going on then? That's 51. Alright, let's just spot check one player. I guess one player in each orientation would be sensible. So here's player 1. And here is player 14. Oh, I guess they might not have all, no, they all seem to be numbered from 1 to 140. Yeah, alright. This is annoying. So here's, and this equals this, false. Okay? Wait. 14, yeah, what the, oh, for God's sake, I didn't lock. Stupid. Do a bunch of smart stuff, and then I add to it a bunch of really dumb stuff. Okay. So 116 there, 49.016. Yes, good. So what are the operations? Sum, max, min, average. Yes, I think these are all okay. So I want to say equals this. I guess do it for the whole thing. Just and this. Oh yeah, and then I need to expand this to be 15 layers deep. Okay, and then we're going to say this and ifs. And let's just quickly write an average ifs of this, where this is greater than 5 or whatever, greater than 115. Good. So then this can all just come in. And this, and sorry, okay, and then it's just going to be what, round up all of them? round up to the next one. Okay, so round up this to 0. All right, so I guess and stop time because I think I'm done now. But I'm still level 2 is still bugging me. Let's just take one more look at that. I may need to hedge my bets before I reveal. So, whoops. So my alternative interpretation of this was, but no, as for how many characters are repeated in the code, I think you could interpret that like how many characters are repeated in AABB? Well, here's one character that's repeated elsewhere, here's another, and here's another, so there's 4. Or you can say A is repeated and B is repeated. All right, fine. So just for completeness, I'm going to put my bet hedging answer over here, and that is going to be this times that. That's 0. Interesting. Anyway, oh yeah, I meant to check. Are there ever 0 spaces? No. I was wondering if that was an intended trap for that one. But anyway, fine. All right. So now the big reveal. 980. Oh dear. Is this marked out of 1250? Yeah. Oh dear. I didn't do well. Okay. So yeah, loads of those are wrong. That's to be expected. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh. Yeah, okay, it would have helped if I actually put my answers in. All right, so I didn't do as badly as I thought. 1180, okay, and so does that mean that all I missed is these? Yeah, it looks like there's 7 of those. Okay. Okay, quick add-on to revisit this level because I went and watched Bo's video and figured out what I had done wrong here, or, well, I'll fight you on whether it was wrong or not, but what I had done differently than what was intended. The count of repeated characters, so I was debating the interpretation of AABB, and I thought, well, this could be either, 1, 2 repeated characters, A repeated and B repeated, or it could be 4. But it was actually a different interpretation again. So let's say we had AABBB, then my 2 interpretations were either 2 characters repeated because there's A and there's B, or 5 characters repeated because all of these are repeated. The intended interpretation seems to have been not including the first one. So in other words, there's 1 repeated, so there's an A, and then there's a repeated A, and then there's a B, and then there's 2 repeated Bs, which I don't love that, but I dare say it might have been clearer in Portuguese. Anyway, no harm because I'm not actually a competitor. But if I change this, so instead of when I get my most of here, if instead of saying count the number that are greater than 1 or sum the ones that are greater than 1, if I just subtract 1 and sum them all, then everything that has a count of 1 goes to 0, everything that has a count of something greater than 1 goes to that minus 1. And then I think, yes, then we match the rest of the answers. All right, I just needed closure on that to know what had happened. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.